Now, this little thing is going to be just going into my thoughts on the newest, I guess, teaser trailer for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Um, now, the way that the original, I guess, five Transformers movies, live action, I should say, went down was not ideal. They started off great and just kind of went downhill after the first one and just kept going. But ultimately, I'm just looking to have a good time. So here are some things that I'm looking forward to. First of all, the trailer was pretty dope. The trailer focused on mainly the Transformers, which I'm excited for, but also a little nervous about. That's actually one of the points that I wanted to make is that um, in this movie, Rise of the Beasts, I'd like to see a lot more focus on the Transformers than the humans. That was a big problem in the original five was that there's so much focus on the human characters and like, their pets and their stupid relationships and that really don't go anywhere. Um, it just maybe I'll get into a longer discussion about it later on, but yeah, that was a problem that I had with that. So now we have this new Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I'm hoping for the story to make some sense. After the first one, the story kind of went off the rails, and every single time it was, well, the Transformers have been here longer than we think, on Earth, basically. So it's like, okay, so and then the next one is like, well, no, what you thought before, what we told you before, wasn't exactly true because the Transformers have been here thousands of years, millions of years. Like they've been here for so long that one has to wonder why they didn't just colonize this world if they've been here for so long. Like, why is humanity even a thing? Or why aren't we coexisting with Transformers if that's the case? So I know these are just movies, it's just fantasy, but these questions come up for me, especially when you watch enough stuff out there. It's difficult for me to turn my brain off in terms of like thinking about these things. So I hope the story makes a bit of sense. I hope there's a lot more focus on the Transformers. Um, and this is just a pet peeve of mine, but I didn't like how the other movies were like so hyper focused on when they did focus on the Transformers, they focused only on the Transformer action, and crashing through buildings and stuff like that. And you see like humans running in the background. I'd like to see at least the Autobots make an effort to try and protect humans from the line of fire. Um, because I didn't watch 100% of the original cartoon, but they helped humans, like they helped humans on a regular. So I don't know, if humans were in danger, the Autobots at least were there to help and not just and I hope that they're not just going to protect the human main characters that they interact with. I hope the human main characters have some type of like reason to be involved in whatever's going on with the Transformers as well. Now I saw that we had a lot of the Maximal characters in there, not just Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, which I hope that we get some more Autobots. Like RC is in there. RC is in there too. But for the Maximals, you had Optimus Primal. I saw Cheetor. I saw Air Razor. I saw Rhinox. Um, but I hope they also like get some of the Predacons in there. That would be great to kind of see the different animal designs from both sides. From the Predacons and the Maximals. I hope that we get more classic Decepticon designs as well, because in the other Transformers movies, in the Michael Bay Transformers movies, the Decepticons in the first movie were kind of cool, the 2007 movie, but they were just like they all started to look similar after a while. Just silver, gray, just kind of like it's just clunky and pointy and sharp. Um, like what do they need these freaking teeth for? Like a lot of them had some kind of like gnarly maw that was, and they were just snarling and spitting. They were basically gross monsters, but that's not what the Decepticons were. Like I don't know. I would really like to see more classic um, Decepticon designs and classic Decepticon characters that actually have plots and motivations that they, are trying to get. I'd like to see Megatron. Being that this seems like it's a reboot of the Transformers movies, it seems like after Bumblebee, um, which could be seen as a soft reboot, like they took it back to the 70s, and they had Bumblebee, facing off against a couple of Decepticons. Now times have changed. I think this is in the 90s. I have to look it up, but I think this is in the 90s. But now we're not seeing any type of like any type of like Sam Witwicky or something like that, or Sector 7 or something like that. Where it seems like it's a new thing altogether that's not tied in with the other movies, except for Bumblebee at least. I mentioned RC before. I hope she gets some stuff to do. In Revenge of the Fallen, she was kind of like, let's be real, they kind of did her dirty. They didn't really give her a lot to do, and they just killed her off by the end of the movie. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But with that, let's see. Slick transformations. We saw a lot of that in the teaser trailer that just came out. As of recording this today, it's December 1st. So we saw a lot of really slick transformations. The Mirage, transforming as the kid steps out, and all that. That's pretty slick. I hope it's not just in the teaser. Like, I hope they didn't just show us every cool transformation in the teaser. And I hope that they, have some good stuff in store for people who go to actually watch this movie. Because I think this is a thing you'll want to see in theaters. At least I want to see it in theaters, but I want to give it a couple of weeks before, I go spend my money on it. I'd also like to see, along with the slick transformations, I'd love to see some creative transformations during fights. In the previous movies, they were kind of okay about doing that, but some of it was just kind of like, I don't know, it just wasn't that great. But yeah, creative transformations during fights to, kind of get the blood pumping and show the coolness factor of these beings that can transform at will. That would be really cool. Moreover, I'd love to just have fun. I'd love for it to just be a fun movie. Bumblebee was a fun movie. There's so many movies that I love that are fun that may be kind of dumb, but they're fun. Like, I want to enjoy myself. That's why I watch movies and television shows and stuff like that. Those are my thoughts in a nutshell. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll be coming out with more stuff, and feel free to like and subscribe. I'd love to, see more people join the conversation in the comments. And yeah, take care of each other, and hope you have a good one.